Dave Birkett here, along with Carlos Monarrez, SoFi Stadium. Carlos, after the Lions lost 41-34 to the LA Rams today, they're in a bind now when it comes to making the playoffs. Let's just start there. No need to rehash this game. You think they'd make the playoffs, given the long odds in front of them?
I kind of do, actually, because of the Packers, and it looks like Micah Parsons is probably done with an ACL injury. I think the Packers have a little bit of a tougher road ahead of them. The 49ers actually have a little bit of a tougher road, I think, than the Lions do. And I think this is a hard game to win. The Rams just clinched the playoff spot. They're the cream of the crop of the NFC. They lost by what? 7 points, right? They were in most of the game, had a bad third quarter, but all in all, not a terrible game for the Lions. It's encouraging a little bit if you want to look at the brightest side of it.
This is Carlos Monarrez looking at the bright side of things?
Yeah.
I am not going to take that optimistic a view, at least not of today. I mean, 41-34, you're right, it's a touchdown, but that third quarter got away from them. They were up 10 late in the second half. They can't get a stop. They give up the field goal. Then they come out. They go 3 and out. They give up a bunch of points, and all of a sudden that game's flipped, and there's no chance of them coming back. I don't think they're out of the playoff mix, though. You're right. Green Bay, big loss today with Micah Parsons. Obviously, they lost the game too, and that game in Chicago looms large next week.
Yeah.
If the Bears win that, they're in the driver's seat, obviously, for the division. If the Packers do, maybe they're the team to beat in the division, but the Lions have that Week 18 game against the Bears. So the Lions need the Bears to lose twice, they need the Packers to lose twice, and they need to win out to get in. I don't know if they're going to do that, though. It starts next week, right? Steelers next week.
And I think Dan Campbell talked about it. It's just, we've learned some lessons from this game. We needed to be perfect in this game. But I think the players talked about it in the locker room too, is we learned kind of what we need to do. That was a really good team. They all said it. They learned that Matthew Stafford's probably going to be the MVP. So they're not going to face another team like that. And if they play this team that close on the road, I think they can beat the Steelers. I think they can beat who do they play after the Steelers? I'm losing my
Vikings.
The Vikings.
Day, yep.
They can beat the Vikings, and who knows? Maybe the Bears will be resting players in the last game.
It could happen. Hey, the Bears are playing really good right now. The one thing that they can't do, though, or I'm not sure that they can do, even though this was a close game, is beat the best teams in the NFC. They haven't won on the road here. They haven't won on the road at Green Bay. They haven't won on the road at Philadelphia. So all the best teams they've played on the road, they haven't done that. They're going to have to do that if they make the playoffs right now. That's a big if. We'll find out what happens with 3 weeks left, I guess, starting next week when the Lions play the Steelers back at home at Ford Field. For Carlos Monarrez, I'm Dave Birkett, Freak.com.